Hello, welcome to today's episode of Mystic Musings. I am your host, Cindy Van Arnhem, possibilitarian and master quantum numerologist, and I am passionate about working with healers, coaches, and spiritual teachers to implement universal law for thriving in life, not just surviving. So every afternoon, I love to come in and tap into the energy of the day and really listening into Joy and Jonah's message from the morning and then reflecting back. How did we experience today's energy based on universal laws, based on the numerological influences, and how did we implement that energy? Implement doesn't always mean doing, by the way. Sometimes it means not doing. But today's energy, we carried the 8 of clubs and the ruling number 1 in a 9 energy month of March. And in this 9 energy, we are being called higher. We are being called to let go of that which no longer serves and to step into the life that we want, the life that we desire, the life that we know innately belongs to us, and to undo all of the programming from yesterday, from a year ago, from 50 years ago, from past lives, all of those things. Today was a day where I could really begin to feel the energy of April coming in, of that 1 energy coming in for April. We're also beginning to feel the new moon coming in on Friday with this Aries energy that is just fired up and like, it's time to do something about this. And I can feel the frustration collectively. And this morning when I woke up, I actually started my day feeling pretty damn good about my life and loving my life and expressing gratitude. I got up a little bit earlier and spent some more extra time in queue, extra time enjoying my coffee, looking at the view, just loving my life. But I also felt this sense of what I call perturbation. Now, perturbation is that moment, if you imagine someone who's pulling back an arrow and they're pulling the arrow and pulling the arrow and pulling the arrow, and their hand begins to shake, their arm begins to shake as they're feeling the tension of the breakthrough. That's what I felt this morning, this perturbation. Nerve excitement was another word that came out, just this almost like fear, but underlying that fear was a sense of excitement, a sense of anticipation. Now, it's really easy to get focused on the fear, on the perturbation, on the discomfort, because that's what we've been trained to do. We've been trained that, something doesn't feel good, so let's put all our focus on it, numb it, dumb it, drug it, numb it, Netflix it, feed it, do whatever we got to do to not feel that feeling anymore. And so that we can only feel good. But all that does is push it under the carpet for us to deal with sometime later. And aren't you sick and tired of doing that? That's where survival comes in, where we're just getting by, where we're doing the things and we're making the dinner for the kids and we're, going to bed and we're doing our morning routine and we're just plugging away, hoping that someday, somehow, something's going to change. Only we get to decide if something's going to change. And the way we come to that decision is to understand that all of it belongs. Nerve excitement. You are nervous and excited at the same time. Perturbation. Something feels like it's about to break through, but it's not quite there yet. There's a tension behind it. There is fear, but also anticipation. There is nervousness, but also excitement. Both belong. We don't go through life all of a sudden thinking everything is rainbows and kittens and everything is wonderful. It doesn't matter how much spiritual development or personal development you do. You are a human being designed to feel the full spectrum of emotion. All of it belongs. Our society has trained us that it is bad to feel mad, it is wrong to feel sad, and that you must numb it and pretend it doesn't exist. And that, my dear friends, is bullshit. All of your emotions belong. And it is that moment of acceptance of what is that changes everything. That moment when you recognize and you become aware, something feels a little off, something feels like perturbation or nerve excitement or fear. I can feel it in my body, and I am willing to accept it. I am willing to accept what is, because in the acceptance of that feeling state, we are also accepting what is right here, right now, and that there is something more that I want, that I desire. And so in that acceptance is the moment that we can make a decision. We can make a decision to love everything, to love all of it, to love the fear, to love ourselves, to love all of the pieces of us. And in that love, we activate our own power. We get to decide. We tap into universal flow, and the inspiration and the innovation comes flowing through. It sounds so simple. And yet so many of us are trying to compare ourselves to other coaches, other successful human beings, trying to emulate what they've done. And it will not work. How do I know this? Because I tried. I tried over and over and over again to the detriment of my well-being. And then I found this very simple solution. Know who you are. Know what you want, know why you want it, and love the crap out of everything you do. Love the crap out of you. Human beings are not designed to be perfect. We will never be perfect. You will never make everyone happy. You will never be accepted and loved by every human on the planet. It's not possible. But who you can be accepted and loved by is you. And the only person whose judgment matters is your own. Be willing to face those shadows. Be willing to look at yourself in the mirror. Be willing to look yourself in the eyes and say, I fucking love you. Because it is in that moment of willingness that you are seeing all of it. And in the seeing of all of it, you are allowing it to belong. You are loving all of it. And then you can decide, will I choose my power or will I give it away to someone or something? Most of us are going through life completely oblivious of how we're feeling, feeding the feelings, Netflixing the feelings. But when you desire something in your world, whether it be an investment in something or a relationship, or you want people to purchase your course or your offering, whatever it is that you desire, well-being in the body, we must first and foremost be aware that we desire more. Accept what is and be willing to choose differently. Until we come to that stage, we will always live in survival. And I don't know about you, but I came to this world to motherfucking thrive. I came to this world to live a life fully lived. I came to this world to make an impact. And I cannot do that in survival mode. I can only do that when my light is shining so bright, it's overflowing. I can only do that by mirroring the thriving to the world. It's the only way. It is universal law. And so today, I chose to feel the feelings, to feel the perturbation, to notice what it was that I was saying goodbye to and what I was stepping into. And in that, everything pointed, the arrow let loose, and everything was headed towards what it is that I desire. And the perturbation went away. And what was left was power, flow, excitement, thriving. Thriving is a way of life that is simple to get to. Not always easy, but simple. So if you want to know how, reach out. Come mind shift with us. Come brain game with one of our amazing coaches. Reach out. You were put on this planet to thrive. And isn't it time? Isn't it time? If you don't believe it, know that I believe it. I believe it for you and every single human on this planet because I love you. I believe in you and I see all of your power. Have an amazing day. Bye for now.